Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2020 commencement ceremony for the College of Education and Human Services of Montclair State University. For your safety, thank you. For your safety, we ask that you please wear face coverings at all times, stay 6 feet away from those not in your group, and follow instructions from our event staff. Please remain in your places until the conclusion of our brief ceremony. When the ceremony is over, our event staff will release you by sections in order to ensure social distancing, so please follow their instructions. We want you to enjoy this experience, so we also ask you to please silence all electronic devices. And now, will you please welcome the class of 2020 graduates from the College of Education and Human Services. Graduates, please rise as the academic processional will now begin. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the President of Montclair State University, the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, the Dean of the College of Education and Human Services, University distinguished faculty and staff, and student speaker.
Welcome. Please be seated. I'm Dr. Tamara Lucas, Dean of the College of Education and Human Services, and it's my great pleasure to welcome to the podium the President of Montclair State University, Dr. Susan A. Cole.
Thank you, Dean Lucas. Welcome, everybody. A nice, warm welcome to all our graduates, guests, faculty, and staff to the 2020 commencement ceremonies for the College of Education and Human Services at Montclair State University. Please rise for the national anthem. You will hear it being sung by Lisbelkis Santana, who sang it at the 2019 commencement, and it was recorded then.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glared, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Graduates, it's good to see you back on campus again. We've missed you, and we're glad that you could be back with us today. We promised we would celebrate your achievements as soon as the governor said it was safe enough to gather in person, and here we are. These past several months have been a difficult time for you and for us. We have marveled at your tenacity and resilience in the face of adversity, and we are proud of all that you have accomplished in your time at Montclair State, including this last semester when you did not let the pandemic stop you from achieving your goal. As we gather for this most unusual commencement ceremony, we are buoyed by the bountiful energy and potential of the graduates whose achievements will be marked by the conferral of their degrees today. As events of the last few months have shown, you are entering a world that has many important social, economic, environmental, governmental, public health issues in urgent need of attention, and today you join the next class of citizens prepared by your education to make a meaningful contribution to the hard work that it takes to build a peaceful and a prosperous and an equitable and a just society. The education you have acquired has been in part to enable you to become the person you want to be in this world, but also it has been to enable you to become the kind of citizen that our nation and the world needs. The role of public universities such as Montclair State is critical to sustaining a free and democratic society, for to be a responsible and a contributing citizen in a democracy takes preparation and education. You have had the privilege of the education, and many people have worked hard to make that privilege possible for you, including your faculty and advisors at the university, your family and friends who are so proud of you today, and many people who you will never know, your fellow citizens whose taxes help support your education, and many generous alumni and donors who shared what they had to support scholarships and make educational resources available to the university for you. And now it's up to you, and you must let nothing stand between you and your future. We are living in a time of fear, and you must have courage. You must have courage. You must be brave, and you must never give up on yourself or your goals. I'd like to take a moment now so that we can remember together the lives of some fellow students that were cut short, who will never have the chance to be where you are today. They are Pierre Puente de la Vega, Corinne Gwaltney, Griffin Klaus, Christian Niles, Michaela Powell, and Jeremy Thompson. And I also want us to acknowledge today and send our collective best wishes to 14 of your fellow undergraduate students who were called away from their studies and their families this year to serve on the front lines in the National Guard's COVID-19 response, serving at hospitals, nursing homes, testing centers, and helping to build field hospitals. They are Edith Argueta, Melissa Castelli, Marcos de Leon, Mercedes Flores, Daniel Herrera, Christopher Langell, Lucien Lloyd, Nolan Muganda, Alicia Pierre, Nicholas Ritter, Anthony Steiner, James Suarez, Diego Tanaka, and Victoria Viejo. We thank those fellow Red Hawks for their service to their nation, for their courage, and we wish them back safely on campus soon. Class of 2020, you have been called the class of COVID, but you are not the virus. You are the cure. You are the class of the COVID cure. Now more than ever, the world needs bright, committed, well-prepared people who can take on the immense challenges we are facing. Your education at Montclair State has prepared you for this moment. I have watched you with pride this year and have seen that you have not been brought down by this crisis. On the contrary, you have been strengthened by it. You have been toughened by it, and you have learned from it. And you are readier than ever to go out and make your way in this world and do the things that you are meant to do. Before we go further in this ceremony, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the many staff and a corps of students who have helped work this event as ushers, greeters, coordinators, so that we could bring you this ceremony with safety. And a lot of people put in a lot of effort in planning all of that. And today, I think they deserve our thanks. And now, I'd like to turn the ceremony over to Dean Lucas.
Thank you, President Cole. Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the College of Education and Human Services, I am very pleased to welcome you to the 2020 commencement ceremony for our graduates. Before I turn to the graduates, however, I want to first welcome the families and friends who are here to celebrate the graduates. I know that many of you have made important sacrifices and have provided many types of support and encouragement to make this day possible. So I want to thank you and also congratulate you for your role in the success of the graduates here today. Thank you for your role. I also want to acknowledge the faculty and staff of the College of Education and Human Services. First, I specifically want to thank Dr. Jerry Costa, the director of the Center for Autism and Early Childhood Mental Health, for being our reader this afternoon. Thank you, Jerry. I want to acknowledge Dr. Eva Goldfarb, a professor in the Department of Public Health, for being here with us this afternoon as well. Dr. Goldfarb. Those who are not able to be here send their regrets that they can't be here to celebrate this important ceremony with you. I know they have provided you with an excellent education and have provided support in many ways as you have pursued the degrees you're going to be awarded today. They send their congratulations as well. Now I want to turn to you, the graduates. In a few minutes, each one of you will walk across the stage and have your name called out. It's a very special moment for each of you. You've dedicated years of hard work toward your education, and today is the formal culmination of all that work, and I know it feels great. I hope you are especially proud that you've been able to persevere through the COVID-19 semester. The fact that you graduated during this challenging time makes your success even more impressive. It shows your resilience in facing and overcoming challenges, and that resilience will certainly serve you well throughout your life. Each one of you has a unique set of aspirations and dreams and accomplishments, and each of you has traveled your own path to get here. You've all, I'm sure, faced various challenges along the way. They might have been financial or personal or health related, but they didn't stop you, those challenges. You did it. And I'm really happy for you and proud of you today, and I hope you feel that way about yourselves on this occasion. As graduates of the College of Education and Human Services, all of you have accepted a calling to contribute to the well-being of society. That's what we do in this college. Through outstanding academic programs in the education and human services fields, with nationally recognized faculty who are also great teachers, you've been well prepared to contribute to the ability of others to improve their lives. And you will be changing lives in your careers. You are needed more than ever at this time, as President Cole said. New Jersey, the United States, and the world need your knowledge, your skills, your commitment, your energy, and your compassion. Now it's up to you to take what you've learned and go out there and make a difference. As a graduate of the College of Education and Human Services, which you will be in just a few minutes, I trust each of you will accept this challenge with enthusiasm and will work to fulfill our college mission to create a healthier, better educated, more just society. And don't forget us. You're a Red Hawk now, forever, so keep in touch through your faculty, your friends, and our alumni office. I wish each of you a life of good health, joy, fulfillment, and success. Congratulations. Now please welcome your classmate, public health major Fatimata Diabate.
Good afternoon, class of 2020, families and friends. My name is Fatimata Diabate. In other words, Fatmata Jabate. I am the daughter from the lands of the Ivory Coast in West Africa. In 2002, when I was just 8 years old, I left my parents' homeland to come to the United States. My academic preparation was very poor, and I had a lot of catching up to do. But I had a mission to succeed in life. Something powerful inside of me always kept me moving forward. I didn't know what it was for a very long time, but I've come to recognize it as resilience. It was this resilience that opened the door for me back in 2015, after I did not get accepted to Montclair State University. So I called admissions and I asked, why? What can I do to better my future? What can I do to become a stronger candidate? The woman on the phone I spoke to said, never in her years of working here at Montclair State University has a student ever called to ask how they can better their life. She said, let me give you a call back. She shortly called me back and said that the EOF, the Educational and Opportunity Fund program, would give me a chance. I don't know who that woman was, but she was the first of many miracles in my life since coming to MSU. I entered Montclair that year full of fear. I was the first person in my family to ever step foot on the college campus. But I was determined to receive a college education. I was prepared to do whatever it took. And as I reflect on my college experience, I think of the well-known phrase, it takes a village to raise a child. For when I first came to the College of Education and Human Services, I was indeed a child, without a clue. And now, as I leave, I am a young woman with the help of professors, advisors, deans, fellow students, and so many, and a lot of hard work, has found her voice, has learned to trust her thoughts, and has a lot to say. From that woman in admissions who took a chance on me, to the countless of people who helped me when I needed it, this college has rewarded my resilience. To my fellow graduates, we each have a story to tell about how we got to this moment. Whether you were the kid who lived off of food stamps or the kid who has never experienced any economic hardships but has had to overcome other barriers, you have a story to tell. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. And as we move on to the next chapters of our lives, let us continue to seek our own inner strength and be open to accepting help from others. The world can seem pretty scary, especially at this moment. But never forget to speak up or speak out. Let us use our college degrees to shape the narrative of our future journeys and the ones who come behind us and who will also need a village of their own. I can't wait to see what's next for us, class of 2020. Again, congratulations, class of 2020. We made it. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima. And now I call upon Provost Gingrich, who will begin the process of the ceremony of the conferral of degrees.
President Cole, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled who have successfully completed the curricula offered by the College of Education and Human Services of Montclair State University have been so certified by the university registrar and are recommended by the faculty to be awarded their bachelor degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments. You will notice that some of our students have gold tassels on their mortarboards, signifying that they are graduating cum laude with honors, magna cum laude with high honors, and summa cum laude with the highest honors. Will those undergraduates who are graduating with honors and the families of these undergraduates please rise and be recognized? Your family, your friends, and your fellow students join me in applauding your success. Thank you. You may be seated.
President Cole, it now gives me great pleasure to introduce the members of the May 2020 graduating class. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please come forward to receive your individual acknowledgement? While you wait to cross the stage, please keep at least 6 feet of distance between you and those around you, and slide your name card through the slot in the plexiglass barrier to our reader. For health and safety reasons, we can't shake hands this year, but we certainly applaud your achievements.
Mohammed Suab. Nicole Brianna Ursel. Brandon Robert Burge. Marissa Ann Piskel. Michael Joseph Falzerano. Marquise Scott Figueroa. Julius Christian Gaston. Brenna Rochelle Fitzmaurice. Mady Egan. Juliessa Ariano Espino. Catherine N. Lascano. Fatimata Diabate. Dorella Mulaj. Nicholas Louis Bijika. Bill Ryan S. Papa. Tanaya Knight. Jason Alexander Servi. Raymond Cassens. Brandon Dennis McPartland. Sydney Lee Johnson. Daniela DiBella. Brianna Cheyenne Dorner. Caitlin Marie Markestein. Brian Munoz. Kamoy Davidson. Matthew Paul Carmichael. Nicholas Bustos. Colin Tende Makombe. Ryan Thomas Nolan. Robert Tevez Bunag, forgive me, Jr. Christine Rosales Castillo. Leandra Euphemia Marroquin. Liam August Nelson. Anita Grace Carr. Kelly Ann Watson. Alexandra Donnelly McKinnon. Nika Lewis Dort. Marie Chantale Paul Avril. Stephanie Samantha Valdez Vicio. Dennis Reed. Catherine Ann Kennedy. Kaluli Imani Henry. Alyssa Grace Bevacqua. Emily Faith Beenders. Zachary David Rodriguez. Valentina Noel Cucci. Sarah Marie Tucci. Kiara R. Ruiz. Emily Noel Burns. Emily Marie Scala. Jairo Enrique Ortiz. Margarita Guzman. Jessica Coyote. Alessandra Patrice Turk. Irma Isabel Zumba Tenacella. Richard Albert Christian Jr. Stephen Azaya Rodriguez. Mackenzie Blair DeLisa. Jenna Nicole Bruno. Joshua Alexander Petrella. Tom Fred Amiano. Emily Morales. Alexandra Lee James. Emma Marie Stagg. Mario Connor Mejia. Beatrice Jennifer Bermudez. Emmanuel Olamida Ibio Oseni. Amar Mudher Al-Bassam. Sarah Rivera. Jordan Ashley Nelson. Justin L. Porter. Kayla Rose Perez. Kimberly Alexandra Payne. Dynasia Raquel Scroggins. Shayna Selena Pierre. Sarah Jean Sinan. Marcos Garcia. Brian Cadavid. Adrian Allen Bituin. Lynn Nugent. Raphael Tercy. Stephanie Natalie Amaya. Perla Ruby Idrovo. Alexis A. Jones. Salasi Kofi. Basit Syed Ahmed. Alex Anthony Arias. Kevin McFadden. Dylan Michael Edelstein. Genesis Nicole Morissetti. Kimberly Diana Mendoza. Cynthia Niera. Ryan Andrew McReady. Janine Jupiter. Joan Fernando Adujar. Paola Alejandra Velez. Taiba Wali. Tasneem H. Abushaban. Bayan Al-Khalaf. Elizabeth Dazalma. Kevin Stephen Canizales. Marianne Mohammed Ali. Reiki Akua Nayarko. Fabienne Pierre. Letitia Celine Exie. Ezren Malik Bell. Romain W. Caradis. Maggie Israel.
Will all the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? Will the families of the bachelor's candidates please rise with your graduates? President Cole, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Are you ready? Oh, okay then. All right then. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey and the Board of Trustees of Montclair State University, and in recognition of your achievement in fulfilling the curricula prescribed, I confer upon you as earned the designated bachelor's degree with all the rights, duties, privileges, and immunities thereunto appertaining, of which the diploma is the written witness. Congratulations, graduates. I'll ask Provost Gingrich to join me to conduct the undergraduate tassel ceremony. Graduates, when Provost Gingrich signals with the mace, you will move your tassel from the right side to the left side. Ready? All right. Congratulations. Now it's official. Please be seated. This concludes the Montclair State University commencement exercises for the College of Education and Human Services. I am going to ask everyone to please remain seated until the recessional is complete. Graduates, when it is time for you to recess, please remember to stay 6 feet apart and follow all staff instructions as you exit Sprague Field. To our guests, thank you so much for being with us today. It gives us an enormous amount of pleasure to be able to welcome you to the campus of Montclair State, and particularly to a day like today where you can celebrate with your students. Will you two, please, for your safety, wait for our event staff to release you section by section from the stadium. To everybody, stay safe, stay well, be brave, have courage, and congratulations to all. Thank you.